Well, welcome. The Peace River chapter of the Federation of Canadian Artists um, has an upcoming show November the 3rd to 25th at the Center for Creative Arts in Grand Prairie. And this review of the juried entries is being recorded ahead of the opening at 7 p.m. on November the 3rd, so that those who are unable to attend and friends and supporters of the chapter can view the show at their convenience at home. The show title is Monochrome Mix, and we are appreciative to the Fort St. John Art Council and Ovintiv for their continued financial support that makes these shows possible. And we're also indebted to the Center for Creative Arts in Grand Prairie for hosting this show. We appreciate this arrangement we have with the center. So the submissions will be presented in alphabetical order, and you will see an image, and I will describe the image using the statements from the artists, and then we'll review the pieces that were juried as honorable mentions, and then announce the third, second, and first rankings and awards. So beginning with the first entry by artist Lindsay Albers. So this is an acrylic and ink piece, 16-inch by 20-inch, on sale for $250. And Lindsay wrote, a nuptial plumage pair of common eider's overlooking the misty waters of the Hudson's Bay. The second piece by Lindsay is a charcoal study of Simon Ghost Riley. It's another 16 by 20-inch piece, and it's a charcoal on sale for $205. A charcoal study of British Special Air Force Service Lieutenant Simon Riley donning his iconic skull mask and leather draped jacket. Seems like there's an interesting story embedded in this piece. Our next artist is Sue Cowan. It's entitled Black and White Bison. It's an 8-inch by 10-inch acrylic on MDF panel. It's on sale for $250. And she writes, a lone bison laying in the prairie grass. A black and white study for a larger piece. Another piece by Sue Cowan is called Misty Morn. It's an 8 by 10-inch acrylic on MDF panel on sale for $250. Sue writes, using red oxide with black and white to portray the view across the lake on a misty morning in September. Our next piece, Though Uncertainty Meet Me, is by Teresa Durand. It's an 18 by 24-inch silk screen on sale for $225. Teresa writes, anxiety, worries, or concerns are represented by the tree root images. These extensions of fear may exist when the uncertainty of a difficult circumstance presents itself. But even a small glimmer of hope can help one navigate successfully through the tangled darkness. Our next piece by Angela Fair is called Inclement. It's a 21 by 21 inch watercolor graphite on paper on sale for $899. Angela writes, watercolor graphite has a beautiful textural quality. In working with this medium and the fluidity of water, I was able to imagine the movement of water on the landscape, weather shaping the land. Next piece, Snow Shrub Study, again by Angela Fair, a 9 by 6 inch watercolor graphite on paper, on sale for $149. Angela writes, I often use watercolor graphite in painting development. It lends itself beautifully to simplifying my subject and creating value studies. The third piece by Angela, entitled Harvest Sentinels, is a 12 by 9 inch watercolor on paper on sale for $399. She writes, the warmth of summer fades and a glowing orb rises over the decaying landscape. Textures rising as the palette of summer fades to monochrome. Our next piece, Crab Fishing on Hided Way by Linda Howden, a 9 by 12 inch piece, a 3-plate lino cut on panel board on sale for $140. She writes, crab fishing with only a net in the turbulent waters of Hided Way. Next piece, Morning Reverie by Kenneth Lane, an 18 by 48 inch acrylic on canvas on sale for $495. And Ken writes, early morning mist and calm water create a silent paradise at Charlie Lake, BC. These moments in time are a rare treat and remind us of the connection between ourselves and the natural world that is so very valuable. Using a monochrome approach seemed the perfect way to recreate this amazing moment in time. Now to Dawson Creek artist Gary Lowe. This piece is called Dale Graff Cowman. It's a 14 inch by 20 inch graphite piece on sale for $100. And Gary writes, Dale is the real thing. I've been part of his fall trail drive of 200 plus head many times. The next piece is entitled Dale in Action. It's a 14 by 24 inch graphite on sale for $1,000. And it's just Gary's words of its explanation as just Dale in action. Third piece by Gary Lowe, called the Bordeaux Horses. This is a 20 by 48 inch acrylic on sale for $1,500. Bordeaux was a millionaire French Nazi who tried to prove the worth of Citroën half-tracks by driving them through the Rocky Mountains in 1936. He lived the trip in luxury and needed 90 pack horses. When the trip failed, they exited via boats and left the horses to winter in the mountains. Next spring, there were only 30 left. The ability to survive is a testimony to the original Spanish Mustangs. Now outfitters must remove their horses after hunting season is over. But back then, then they were cruel and indifferent. Some ranch horses still paw the grass most of the winter. But if they begin to starve, hay is provided. Next piece by Agnes MacDonald. It's entitled Scorched. This is a 16 by 20 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $400. Agnes writes, an extreme heat wave in early spring led to many devastating forest fires. These trees are still standing because of a harrowing battle by our local firefighters. Thankfully, the main buildings on the farm also survived. Thank you again to all these brave people. Another piece by Agnes MacDonald, Spring at Bouchard Gardens. It's a 14 by 18 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $330. Bouchard Gardens at the end of April provides the visitor a variety of early blooming flowers to enjoy. The many glorious tulips were outstanding. Another piece by Agnes is called The Old VW. It's a 24 by 24 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $550. Agnes writes, forgotten in the backyard trees and now just another rusted relic, the orange VW still holds a special place in my heart. Another piece by Agnes called Falling Waters is a 12 by 24 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $325. Agnes writes, coming upon this view in the Kootenays last September was a beautiful sight. The rushing water and the cooling spray refreshed us on our hike. This is a piece by Kendra Mislotsky called Take the Back Away. Take the Back Way. It's a 20 by 24 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $375. Kendra writes, summer drives exploring through the Peace Country and the treasures found along the way. Here we have a piece by Catherine Moe called The Call. It's a 12 by 9 inch acrylic on canvas, on sale for $200. Catherine, in quotation marks, writes, respond to every call that excites your spirit. Lynn Hatchie Nordhagen hails from Beaver Lodge area. And her piece here is called Sky on Fire. It's a 12 by 12 watercolor on paper, on sale for $350. Lynn writes, the mist was settling in for the night as the sun and the smoke in the atmosphere made it look like the sky was on fire. Piece here by Mary Parslow, a 10 by 8 inch lift monoprint with Shin Collet, on sale for $195. Mary's description, it just reads, seated and observing the world. Another piece by Mary Parslow, a 10 inch by 8 inch lift monoprint with Shin Collet, on sale for $195. Mary writes, comfortably seated, this is me from behind. Another piece by Mary Parslow called Breakup. This is a 10 inch by 11 inch jigsaw lino cut on BFK Reeves, on sale for $250. And Mary writes, reliving the body's reaction to trauma. Next piece by Charlie Lake, artist Sandy Trout, Dawn Canopy. This is a 5-inch by 7-inch holograph on paper, on sale for $150. Sandy writes, organic materials were used to create the composition that was designed to draw your eyes up toward the morning sky. Next piece by Sandy is entitled Aligned with the Cosmos, a 10.5 by 7-inch jigsaw lino cut on paper, on sale for $225. Sandy writes, this image was inspired by the patterns of Neolithic rock carvings in Ireland, as well as by curiosity about the meaning of those ancient marks. Were these attempts at mapping the night skies, and if so, for what purpose? It is intriguing that they can inspire an artistic response 5,000 to 25,000 to 2,500 years after they were incised. Our next piece by Sandy, called Ancient Soliloquies, is a 12 by 8-inch jigsaw lino cut on paper, on sale for $275. Sandy writes, the meaning of Neolithic motifs found carved on rocks in Ireland and nearby countries evade definitive interpretation. Were they ways of communicating spiritual understanding, or was their purpose to convey practical information by the ancients, such as calendric events, the marking of roadways, good pasture areas, burial sites, or something still unknown to us today? Another piece by Sandy Trout is called Rock Art Ramblings. It's a 6.5 by 7.5 jigsaw lino cut on paper, on sale for $175. Sandy writes, Neolithic motifs arranged in a random manner, and hence the undecipherable artistic aspects of ancient rock carvings. And Sandy Trout's piece here, Whispers of the Ancients, is a 10.5 by 7-inch jigsaw lino cut on paper, on sale for $225. Sandy writes, mysterious Neolithic carvings on rocks seem to represent important messages and serve as timeless portals to the past. Piece here by Tanis Triddle, Grand Prairie, Carol's Legacy. It's an 8 by 10-inch chartel on gray Mietense paper, on sale for $300. Tanis writes, a child's mother passes away. Nothing can replace her mother. However, her grandmother's love and care helps to fill the space her mum left behind. And in doing so, she eases her own suffering. As that child grows into a woman and the grandmother becomes frail with old age, the roles reverse. Love endures and stays forever. Another piece by Tanis titled Pray for Rain. This is a 10-inch by 20-inch colored pencil on paper mounted on a wooden cradle, on sale for $400. Tanis writes, this year parts of Canada have experienced severe drought, causing significant crop failures and a very active wildlife season. Lightning bolts slash the sky, thunder rolls, blow by blow, but despite the glorious tumult, it rains not a drop. Christina Woolworth's piece, Love All Along, is an 18 by 24 inch piece created using Sumi ink on archival paper. It's on sale for $450. Christina writes, this painting was created using Sumi ink. When creating, I leave the flow of the ink up to gravity by moving the paper around. My process is both meditative and chaotic. Shirley Weiss, piece titled Pretty Girl. The 12-inch by 12-inch acrylic on canvas board on sale for $650. And Shirley writes, an early morning visitor. Another piece by Shirley Weiss called Vanity and Cult. It's a 20 by 16-inch acrylic on canvas on sale for $1,200. Shirley writes, a black and white image of a mare and her cult by a mystical pond. Snoozer by Mimi Zane Mackay near Beaver Lodge. This piece is a 12 by 9-inch watercolor on paper on sale for $500. Mimi writes, cat at rest, supremely unconcerned with any human presence. The final piece by Mimi is entitled The Bond Beyond Feathers. It's a 10-inch by 10-inch watercolor on paper on sale for $400. Mimi writes, the unbreakable bond between mother and her child is very special and intimate. The beauty can be found in the natural world. Well, there you have all the pieces. And now we will share the award winners. And these winners are chosen by the jurors, two senior and one associate member of the Federation of Canadian Artists. The jury is established by the Federation, independent of our chapter. So we ask them to choose, if they can, 3 honorable mentions. So here are the honorable mentions. Mary Poslow for her piece called Breakup. To Mimi Zane Mackay for her piece The Bond Beyond Feathers. And Shirley Weiss for her piece Vanity and Cult. Jurors were also asked to award a 3rd place piece, and their choice is a piece by Sandy Trout called Rock Art Ramblings. And second prize, Agnes MacDonald's piece titled Scorched. And the Avintiv Award of Excellence for the 1st place piece is Tanit Striddle's piece called Pray for Rain. So there you have it. So come and have a look at the show if you can in Grand Prairie at the Center for Creative Arts. All art was for sale, and you can, if you're not able to attend but want to purchase a piece, get hold of the Center for Creative Arts and make your arrangements there. So thank you everybody for taking part, and those people who will view this in the comfort of their homes. And thank you to Tanis Triddle for our catalog design and posters and award certificates, which will be available at the center on opening night at 7 p.m. November the 3rd. I'll be there. I hope some of our Grand Prairie area chapter members can attend. Thank you.